Hi, everybody. We continue our look at 1968 with a look at one of the greatest athletes to ever come out of the city of Springfield. But Henry Payne never actually came out of Springfield. He stayed, played, and prospered. You know, in troubled times, we sometimes turn to sports to take our minds off of our problems, and there were a lot of problems in 1968. And when we needed a break, it was Henry Payne who made us feel good all over again.
Every sport in every generation has its superstar, and in 1968, the man with the Midas touch was Springfield's Henry Payne. While the nation was reeling from protests and political assassinations, Henry Payne was helping people to forget about their pain. Henry had a gift, and in 1968, he was Santa Claus in high-top sneakers.
Smooth as silk, a real gentleman. Still is. Hasn't really changed. You could have predicted what Henry would be like as an adult.
I used to watch Henry Payne and Gene Riceworth battle all the time and play as much as I could because they were, you know, icons in the Springfield area. Probably some of the happiest days of my life. Back then when you went to school, it was a happy time. We didn't have police officers in the school as they do today.
Back in '68, Henry Payne was leading the AIC Yellow Jackets to the NCAA tournament. But the seeds for that success were sown during his days playing at Commerce High School for Hall of Fame coach Jack Troy. Back in the day, the place to be on a Friday night was the field house at Springfield College. There would be a high school basketball doubleheader on Friday nights, and everybody would come. There were no color lines, just end lines and free throw lines, and the will and desire to win.
You want to win the game, and to win that game, you have to pull together. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow. You just pull together and you have a common cause, and that's to win the game. And it brings people closer and closer and closer together. And today, the teammates that I had at AIC, the teammates I had at Commerce, we're the closest of closest friends.
For all of Henry's success and acceptance, he was still just a young black man growing up in troubled times. Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King gave people like Henry hope in 1968, but there was a limit to what you could truly allow yourself to believe in. That is, until now.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
At that time, I didn't think I would ever see one particular race of black folks, people of color, advance to this stage, get to this point in history where they would become or have the opportunity to become President of the United States.
Now, that sentiment about Barack Obama giving us a renewed sense of hope resonated with all the people of color I spoke with about 1968. And it's important to keep in mind that on May 27, 1968, Robert Kennedy spoke on the Voice of America and said within 40 years an African American could become president. Then, just like now, we believe all things are possible. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, Kathy Tobin will take a look at the music of 1968.